zanzibar.com.gh.
Premier FM. Premier FM.
Watch it front seat, walk the shed, events unfolding, a big casa, a big baby. In fact, we're not proud. And so I'm writing more, since ready to some higher. In way of true, Mom said, yes. And writing more, since ready to some higher. In way of true.
Time check is exactly 37 minutes past the hour 4. Good afternoon, good evening to all the listeners and those viewing us on the continent of Africa, Europe and Asia. If you just join us, this is the current.
You're a miracle worker. You're a destiny changer.
Sitting in for your regular host, Francis Mauto FO. Just as we do it every Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. We want to say welcome to Premier FM Ghana. Power to the nation. I'm sure you'll be wondering where is FO. FO is actually not feeling well this morning. FO, wherever you are, I hope you are listening. This is your producer, your brother. All I will tell you is that speedy recovery, FO. FO, get well soon. If you just join us, this is Premier FM Ghana, and the show you are listening to is The Current. Like the page, share the page, tell others that the hottest political show in town is about to take off. Those watching us on YouTube, hit on the notification button for me, subscribe, and let others know that The Current is live. We would like to apologize for delaying production this morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are listening to us from. You know, we are dealing with machines. We are very sorry. Exactly 30 more days to the general election. Ghana will be going to the polls to decide who leads Ghana in the next 4 years. I'm very sure you'll be wondering what is happening to the Ghanaians in the diaspora. Are they going to participate in this year's election? We'll also be talking about the party's manifestos to find out the health sector, what they promises us. Is it feasible? These and many issues we'll be discussing this day. Tell a friend to tell a friend that the current is live here on Premier FM Ghana.
You're a miracle worker. You're a destiny changer.
Just as we do it always, we have competent panelists in the studio who are going to help us digest the issue. We'll be traveling all the way to South Korea to talk to some of the Ghanaians in the diaspora to find out how prepared they are for the 2020 election. You know, Parliament today asked the EC to present the roadmap to the general election. This and many more issues we'll be discussing today. If you just join us, this is The Current here on Premier FM Ghana. Please like the page and share. Tell others that Premier FM Ghana, The Current, is live.
Can I take it one more time? Men rejected me, looked down on me, and said I wouldn't make it. But the one that lives in me, it's greater than he that lives in the world.
The song at the background is coming from Joe Metal, titled Mo Mo Mo. And I want you, on this note, to think about what I'm about to tell you. The Christian bodies and everyone is praying that Ghana should experience peace as we always do. But I believe we have a role to play when it comes to peace. Peace is all of us our responsibility to make sure that we preserve it, regardless of your profession, your class, or your race in life.
But you reach out your hand and rescued me. No one
I'd like to bring to your notice my motivation for the day.
There's no one else but you. I am who I am because of you. If it had not been for you, tell me where would I be? I was lost and sinking deep in sin.
I'm very sure before we go into the general election, many are advising the youth to be mindful of their words and actions. Some are even saying, don't allow the politicians to deceive you.
Oh God, there's no one else but you.
And I'm sure it's not only the youth that this advice goes to, it also goes to our politicians as well.
But no one else but you.
We all have a role to play when it comes to election.
Oh, yeah. But no one else but you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Luigi McLean.
Never thought that you could love someone like me.
I will entreat each and every one listening to us and watching us on YouTube and Facebook
Go on and call me.
to tell a friend that The Current is life.
So grateful for your love, your mercy and grace. No one can do the things you do for me. Yeah. No one else but you. Never thought that you could love someone like me. Give up your life for me, yeah. You even go on and call me your very.
Many a times after election are cast, people are like, I want to stand there and see how my vote will count. This day I want to let you know that after casting your vote, go home. Because these are the petty things that when we do, it brings anger, it fuels unnecessary tension, and it doesn't order well for us as a country. So my piece of advice for you this day is that after casting your vote, please go home. I believe we wouldn't want things that happen in Rwanda, Somalia, and other African countries to happen in Ghana.
Premier FM. Premier.
Standing there, witnessing will anger someone, or someone might say something that will anger you, and it will start something else. My piece of advice for you today is that after casting your vote, please leave the polling center. Premier FM Ghana, Premier TV will be covering the election live, so you can monitor all the proceedings. You don't have to go to the polling centers. Those of you who just join us, this is The Current on Premier FM Ghana. I'm sure you'll be wondering where is FO. FO is currently not feeling well, but the show must continue. I'm heavily backed by my DJ Classic, and my social media manager, Ebenezer Jemfi. I also have in the studio Honorable Odro Apo, a presiding member of Wager. Honorable Odro Apo is a presiding member of Wager Bawi constituency. He is also the assemblyman for New Wager West. We also have Daniel in the house, our regular commentator. I love this man so much. Very humble and down to earth. Danny, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Premier FM Ghana.
Thank you. It's always an honor to share my thoughts with the people of Ghana. and it's another Saturday. And we pray to the Almighty God and Allah to grant us peace in the forthcoming election. And we hope that after everything, everybody will be satisfied, and we'll go home, and our democracy will be strengthened. And as a beacon as it is for other countries in Africa, we'll continue to build upon it, and we'll be stronger and stronger. Yes.
Honorable, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And welcome to Premier FM Ghana.
Thank you.
I hope you find it easy when you were coming here.
No, it's not easy. From the junction to your station here is very bad. But all the same, happy to be here.
Okay.
The first time I'm joining you in this studio. And my prayer is that as we are entering this election, we all understand ourselves and move forward.
Sure.
So Ghana be one of the peaceful country, still peaceful country, before and after election. That's what I can see. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Premier FM.
Jesus, you're my everything, yeah. My everything is you, Lord. Yeah.
Premier FM.
If you just joined us, this is the current here on Premier FM Ghana. Just as I told you, we'll be going to South Korea to find out from Ghanaians in the diaspora what they think about the election and how EC is relating with them so far as the election is concerned.
How can I express my gratitude for all the many things you got that you done to me, yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are, you're my everything. I call you God. Lord, my provider. I call you Nisi. You are my best. I call you Rapha. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. I call you Jireh.
Premier FM.
I call you Nisi.
Premier FM.
Time is fast spent, so we'll move straight away to our topic for discussion for the day. Danny,
Yes, sir.
well, welcome back once again.
Thank you.
Please let's tell us what is your preliminary comment for this week.
Yes, I have a lot of things. In fact, I have a cocktail of things that I would like to talk about. But the time for primary comment is very small. So, but I will try to see if I can touch on each of them. Just 3 issues. First of all, I would like to talk about the PPA, the firing of the CEO of the Public Procurement Authority.
Okay.
And a few issues that caught my attention regarding that. Now, you know, I was trying to do a little bit of digging on the man Ejenim Boateng.
Okay.
And then I got to find out that 2003, prior to 2003,
Okay.
he was the chief manager or the manager in chief of materials in Ghana Water.
Okay.
Now, 2001, when government changed, there was an investigation. There was a committee set to investigate dealings of Ghana Water. That is the Justice Adade Committee. Now, there's a direct committee had a report that indicted Mr. Ejenim Boateng.
Okay.
Now, I was wondering that, look, the president was the Attorney General at the time. The Minister for Works and Housing then, Honorable Kwamina Battles,
Yes.
made the recommendations that these people should face some prosecution. Nothing was done. Fast forward 2017, this same man has been appointed. Was appointed as the CEO of Public Procurement Authority. My question is it that the president forgot that this same man has some issues? Why was he not prosecuted at that time? And then this should tell me. This for me. My worry is that, look, there are more things that we need to pay more attention to. We need to dig deeper into some of these things, and then I'm sure we'll find out. Then another thing too is a Japa deal.
Yeah.
Now, I read thoroughly the response, the report by let me put by Martin Amedu.
Okay.
Now, Martin Amedu stated that the law on which that report was, or that that contract was approved by Parliament. At the time the contract was approved, the law was not in existence.
Okay.
That is MIF. That's the Mineral Income Investment Fund. Per our constitution, until the president assent to a law or an act, it does not become a law. It does not become operational. Parliament then approved this contract on the 14th of August. Then the president assent to the law or the act on the 28th of August. So based on that, for me, I think that, look, this contract is not a void. It was not based on any existing law. And once there was no law backing an agreement, it can't be an agreement. That aside, look, the findings of the special prosecutor, are things that has thrown more light on activities of the public service. Look, the Public Procurement Act, according to the report, the Finance Ministry did not adhere to the Public Procurement Act. And this Public Procurement Act was a reason why the former EC boss, Madam Tato, was dismissed from office.
Okay.
If this is a situation, I was hoping that the special prosecutor would then say, okay, fine, even though this is just an assessment that he was done. What was the word? The corruption risk assessment that was done.
Yes.
Per the law that established the office of the special prosecutor, it says that the office of the special prosecutor can investigate a case even based on suspicion. This is not just a suspicion. This is a case where the special prosecutor, has done a thorough analysis of and has come to a conclusion that there is a room for corruption. And indeed, he has said that there was a breach of the Public Procurement Act. So, what is he waiting for to start the prosecuting processes? And another thing to that, look, per our constitution as it stands now, if Parliament approve of a contract, of a deal, that is it. Parliament cannot do anything about it. It's the executive that can say, okay, fine, this deal, we don't want to go ahead with it. Then cancel the contract. Then if there's any judgment debt or no country, they can have a look at it. So I'm wondering what the president actually wants want Parliament to do when he sends the thing back to Parliament.
Danny, you see, don't you think that it is hard time when we are forming governments? If let's say Party A or MPP is in office, the parliamentarians should be less, so that the opposition will be more, so that to balance decision making, like some of these things.
Yes, since the time I've started following politics and governance and things like that, I've always been wishing for something like that, where the majority in parliament will not be from the ruling government.
Yeah.
But the issue is that, look, there could be serious issues with that. Okay, because with the kind of with the way we run our politics, where everything from the government, it is wrong for the opposition. Opposition hardly agrees to the government. So if you have that, what will happen is that very good things that Ghanaians will benefit from, but because it is from the government, the majority who happens to be the opposition party may not agree with it, and that could also lead to a lot of things. However, what I think should be done is that look, we should build some sense of how is it called, patriotism in ourselves. It's I was listening to the chairman for the finance committee, and he was saying that look, he doesn't know what the president wants them to do as parliament, as the committee to do as parliament, because as far as he is concerned, the deal is done. They have done what they could do. The majority leader also says that until they bring to them, until the finance minister submit to them the report, they will not know what to do. The minority leader says that look, for him, once he is concerned, this particular deal is bad.
Sure.
So it means that Parliament itself has already formed an opinion already before the issue even comes to them. So the president sending the thing to Parliament, for me, is much about nothing. Because look, if we want to go by what the special prosecutor has said, I am of the view that look, people should be prosecuted. The deal should be cancelled. Any money that the state has made to anybody should be refunded.
Okay.
Yes. Then we can start the process again, so that other things will be put in place. Because look, the processes leading to the final contract before going to Parliament and everything, there are so many shading dealings here and there.
Sure.
When you read the report from the special prosecutor, there are a lot of things in there that does not really make sense. But again, it borders on a lot of law. He was quoting acts, sessions, laws that back a lot of the decisions that were made. The finance minister also came back, wrote a report, and says that look, for the finance minister respond to the special prosecutor, for me, I think that it's shallow. The special prosecutor actually stated letters, correspondence between parties, the PPA, the advisors, and all those people. And when the finance minister was responding, he only threw words in the air without backing it with anything. So for me, I think that this particular Japan deal, there has been a lot of issues about it. The special prosecutor was called upon to do a financial risk assessment, which he did, and then he has found out that look, there are a lot of things that will not do well for Ghana. So I think that yes, they should stop the whole deal. They should have a look at it again.
Okay.
And then we'll move forward a second. Yes.
Ghana's premier radio station. To the nation.
So that was Daniel's submission over there. Before I move to Honorable Odro Ampel, there is just a breaking news that Mr. Joe Biden has been elected the president of USA, according to CNN report that drops in a few minutes ago. With 284 votes.
Premier FM.
Those who want to go to America, I'm sure you'll be enjoying now. Honorable Drampo, Once again, I welcome you to Premier FM Ghana.
Thank you.
Over the weekend, there are a lot of issues going here and there. I wanted to find out from you, what are some of the issues that you think we should talk about from your end?
Thank you. It's clear that this week we have so many issues in the system. As my left friend is saying concerning the Japan bill. So we have only one president. He do the best for the nation. And at the end of the day, everything on the president. And upon advice and all from the cabinet or all these things, you have to do the best that the Japan should go back to parliament again to pick another look. And it's a big deal. No matter what you can say about it, and he says that the bill should go to parliament again. And my concern about what's happened to the parliament when the bill was there.
Meaning they were not proactive?
That's what I want to understand now. The bill was from parliament. It came, and now we're going back to parliament again. So let's see the difference. What has happened there at our parliament?
So are you of the view that going forward, when there is a ruling party, they should have, let's say, in parliament, like the representative should be less, so that the opposition will be more, so to balance discussion?
Oh, I'm not sure that it can happen. That opposition will have more parliamentarians than the government in power. It will be difficult for the president to work hard, because no matter you have a favor at the parliament. But my concern is this: all the parliamentarians should be very, very active in the parliament, so that next time we don't have this issue again. That the whole parliament, you pass a law there, come back, and it goes there again. I'm sure this is not the first time we experienced a program and order there from the president. So let's just see what can happen at the parliament again after you have sent to the parliament now. And let's all cross our figures and see what's going to happen at the parliament as the bill is going back to parliament. I don't know whether that goes with the best for the nation, because it's the nation first. All what you are doing is the nation first. So the nation will have a positive things through the what they call this Japan deal. I get it. So the personal thing, it's a general for the whole nation. So let's all see what's going to happen when they come back to the people domain again, because it's for rest. And something that won't go well for the public. No, we don't prefer it. So we tell the government, we tell the president for taking that decision that the Japan bill are going back to parliament again to take, because otherwise next what they call it, somebody can send to court. So there's something there. There's a problem there. So somebody can send to court. They affect the government. So I'm saying that this parliament should go back and see the Japan bill again once and for all.
Okay.
Whether NDC or NPP, all the other parliament should be very careful and take care of this Japan bill.
Okay.
And also I'm saying, there's this week we didn't get the clear news that the master accident at the Grand Kumasi and the family
very unfortunate.
For the family. So we send our sympathy to them.
Okay.
God knows the best for everyone.
Sure.
That's what happened this week.
Okay.
Premier FM.
That was Honorable Odro Ampel, a presiding member for Wejagbawe constituency, with that wonderful submission there. I told you that there are a lot of Ghanaians in the diaspora. Some were sent there by the state to go and learn. I'm talking about the students. Others were invited by their friends and families. Others went for their own personal businesses. Just as I said, 30 days more to the general election. since 2006, Ghana has been planning to involve these Ghanaians in the diaspora to participate in the general election. It's been here and there, back and forth, from EC to Parliament House, and all the stakeholders involved. Yet we've still not made any headway. Earlier this year, they were made to be aware that they will be participating. Only for some few days to come, their hopes were just dashed somewhere. We've been having series of calls from Ghanaians from the diaspora wanting us to find out what the EC is doing about this issue. So we're going all the way to South Korea to talk to the NPP chairman in the person of Mr. Richard Zenleri, to tell us the views of the Ghanaians in the diaspora. How disappointed are they? But before the production team are working to get Mr. Richard Zenleri on the line, so I'll move straight away to my panelists. And I'm going to start with Mr. Odro Ampel. But before we reach Richard on the line, I'll let us for a quick commercial break. When we return, we'll put Richard on the line. Let's go for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Omanfo amopese munya nimdie be yejuma o radio, TV and newspaper mu no Royal Media College and King of Kings World Foundation and Angel TV. Momo moye JHS, SHS, Empo University for 75% free scholarship akwenya ase omode be suade. Royal Media College we radio, TV station and the recording studio e digital desuafo nyina de. To Americana be for admission form e we school office. See ye wadabre ye hostel mo mo fie kire nyina. Se omo benya baabi ada. Na ye nkosisa ye kire journalism and media studies. Radio and TV news reading, program hosting, DJing, and sports presenting. And the editors also be sound engineering, video and photo editing, camera handling, directing and script writing, business marketing, advertising, graphic designing, and ahudo bebre. Ghana Education Service ne ICM4 more England ajatu. Shishye chira kwa Kwashiman traffic light. Ye ne Happy Kids School dane ne dinhwe ni mu. Accra. Treyan wa ya homa trofo yi so 0244 611 055 or 0275 611 055. Yawabe Fonzente video www.royalmediacollegegh. Royal Media College, raising quality journalists and media professionals. Royal Media College, Yemawoda Eson Ebemu. Welcome to Royal Media College, where becoming a media professional has just become easier and better. Are you a JHS leaver, SHS or a university graduate who has passion for the media? Pass or fail. Royal Media College and King of Kings World Foundation in partnership with Angel TV is giving 75% free scholarship. Just grab your admission form in our school's office. We have state-of-the-art studios for our students to learn practically. We also have experienced lecturers and student-friendly learning environment. Choose Royal Media College as your school and select from our wide range of courses like journalism and media studies, under which we have radio and TV news reading, program hosting, DJing, and sports presenting. Other professional courses like sound engineering, video and photo editing, camera handling, directing and script writing, business marketing, advertising, graphic design, and many more. We are certified and approved by Ghana Education Service, also affiliate to ICF England. Locate us at Kwashiman Traffic Light, opposite the Happy Kids School main building. Call us on telephone numbers 0244 611 055 or 0275 611 055, or visit our website www.royalmediacollegegh.com. Royal Media College, raising quality journalists and media professionals. Royal Media College, we make your dream come through.
Premier FM.
Honorable, please, I would like to find out, since 2006, Parliament is yet to pass out the CI that will lay out the modalities to allow Ghanaians in the diaspora to vote. And it seems like, up to now, nothing has been done about it. What is your take on this issue? Are we serious as a country?
Actually, we are not serious as a country. I can comment that concerning this concerning this paper. That's what I'm saying. Since 2006, the whole parliament is there for the people, and the parliament says such paper should work. Our brothers and sisters who are diaspora, they should come and they should vote about whatever they are. So now it's a good program. And what's the program now? Parliament have passed all these things, done everything. 206. The whole 202 from 206 to now, there's nothing at the paper. And what now? Why is this this very year? Because of the COVID-19. So I can say most of the Ghanaians are out there.
But you know that some of the Ghanaians that were sent by the government, some are students. I remember the president sent some group of people to China to go and study, and I'm sure if they were to be in Ghana, they would have exercised their franchise. So why are we not putting in place proper measures that these people can vote, even if it's online? We should do something.
And I'm saying that this is the first time when I've sent people upside there since 2006. Every year, government send people outside this country, but because of this COVID-19 lockdown, planes all coming, not going, and our people are there.
So what are we not doing right? Is it the EC or it is the state as a whole that we are not being serious with this issue?
It's the EC. The state don't control EC. So EC what will come out to this year. We are going to register we are going to register our brothers and sisters who are there to come and vote or whatever they vote there. This so you have got something that is practically something you should not talk about it yourself. As if you don't know what we are in a nation. You only Ghana here who registers the citizen outside the country.
Somewhere last week, Dr. Bosman Asari granted an interview to one of the media houses, Daily Graphic, and said that the EC, they've done their part as an institution, but it's left with the parliamentarians or parliament to pass the CI. So they have done their part. The rest the parliament. So I'm sure there's blame here or blame there, and I think it is something that we should look at. Being a presiding member, I'm sure you guys are worried as well.
Yeah, I don't know why Parliament haven't done anything about it, as you are saying, as the Sari is saying. So what are you waiting for? And my worry is that, as I'm saying, repeating, this is a COVID-19. So most of the people look at part of the in the world, anywhere in the world now. All countries, our friends, our brothers and sisters, they came back. Even they came back last. Some of them came back last 2 weeks or last 3 weeks, and they rushed to use office when they can register them. They say no, everything is closed. So why are you waiting for? It's only Ghanaians, only Ghana who's implementing this law in the world.
So in a way, we are disenfranchising these people.
This I'm saying that. I don't know whether they are being politics about this issue, that NPP, NDC are being politics about this paper matter too. NDC came the whole 8 years, nothing was done about it.
Sure. It's been 40 years.
Yes, since Kufuor regime passed that rope at Parliament. So I don't know what they are trying to politics. They affect my people, our people there. So we are pleading. We are still pleading. They should do something about it early as possible.
We know the Parliament has to be the mother body that institutes law or passes bills into law. So if they are not doing what is made for, I think that the EC will be tied and they'll be finding it difficult to implement something of this nature. So I'm sure your constituency, you've been going for meetings, and I don't know if you've been calling on your MP to find out what the parliamentarians are doing about this issue.
Oh, actually, I haven't done that to ask about it by my parliament yet. No, I haven't done that to. I haven't reached there to ask my MP whether they haven't passed that the laws yet. So as we are debating now, talking now, we are still pleading with the parliamentarians. People there have to have right to come and vote because they are Ghanaians. They pay tax.
Sure, they pay tax.
Yes, and they pay tax, and they are helping our nation to build it. So why can they take decision? Why? It's about you. They have to take decision because they pay tax. They do all what a Ghanaian should do. So we are pleading, still pleading. The parliamentary should do something about it early as possible. I'm sure by now, by 2024, if they will allow them to come and vote, or they will send the law will allow them to go and register. Yes, to go and register them, but they can take part of the nation building.
Sure. Because
with that voting, you don't take part of the nation building. But as far as you share your ideas and know you allow someone to come and control, then you share your ideas to the nation. So you are pretty easy. I thought this year is too late. So you are pretty that next year by 2024 the Europa should work.
Danny?
Yes, sir.
You have worked with, at Parliament before. Is it that it takes a long time, or there's a long process for a bill to be passed into law, hence parliamentarians delaying in passing the Europa bill into law?
Well, it depends. I mean, there are instances where Parliament use 24 hours, especially when the whatever that is sent there, it's sent under the there's a name to call it. But I think there's a bill of agency or something that they call it. Yeah, I mean they can use 24 hours. I mean to pass it. However, the actual process of bill becoming law is quite a lengthy one and can take a while, because I mean when the bill is being sponsored normally from the executive, it goes to Parliament, it's laid, there's a first reading, and then it passed on to a committee that have to look at it. The committee sits, and then there's a second reading, then there's a third reading, then there's a consideration.
Okay.
So after consideration, then the last, then that becomes it's clean up. Then after cleaning up, then it's sent to the president. The president sent, it becomes law. However, when it comes to the Representation of People's Amendment Act, is different. I mean, what they need now is that constitutional instrument that will give the legal backing of it to be operational. Because the bill has already been passed, what Parliament need to do now is look at the modalities that need to take, because you see, after everything, when there are breaches here and there should be a law that can make the EC take somebody to court and other things.
Sure.
Then the EC then can come out with the modalities of which they want to operationalize this. You know, the US are practicing this mail-in voting or mail-in ballot for a long time. I mean, Donald Trump himself, I was surprised that this time around he was crying foul, because it's something that he has been using. You know, and this mail-in system may as well be what we want to use. However, the kind of efficiency that the US use, we may not be able to have that kind of efficiency. You know, fine. I mean, Ghana has a lot of missions abroad, quite a number. Apart from the Ghana missions abroad, we have a lot of other people. I mean, the figure is hovering around 1.5 million in about 53, between 53 and 56 different countries that Ghanaians are. You know, that's huge a number of people.
Yes, really.
Just immediate history will tell us that somebody lost by 1 million votes. So these people can actually make a lot of differences. You know, there are instances whereby people become MPs with 2 or 3 vote differences.
Sure.
You know, so I think that is a willingness. Okay, all boils down to the willingness of Parliament to have this done, and maybe also there should be a little bit more pressure from the EC and also from the Ghanaians in the diaspora. Okay, so that they can push the MPs to do, because you see, there are a lot of things that goes on. There are a lot of acts. There are a lot of bills in Parliament. There are a lot of bills. Look, just in 2017 alone, Parliament passed over 30 bills into law. You know, and committees are always working. Committees sit. They sit. Some committees sit as late as 11 p.m. 1 a.m. just to have especially when they have to rise. You know, so I mean, I think that the pressure to have them do it is what is not there. Like the information, what's the name?
Is it the RTI?
The RTI, the Right Information Bill. It took 10 years, but once civil society organizations start mounting pressure, I mean, they pass it. Even though, as it is now, there are a lot of lapses there. But I mean, it's better to have something than to have nothing. You know, so I think that those in diaspora, they should mount pressure. This year, the pressure came. But you see, the EC used the COVID-19 as an excuse. You know, it was budgeted for. The EC used the COVID-19 as an excuse, I mean, to meander its way out and say that, because of the lockdown and stuff like that, it can't be done. So for this year, let's allow the EC. I mean, let's plead to those in the diaspora that we are not in normal times. Okay, so this election is good, but when this is done, I mean, and there's a new parliament, that will be the 8th parliament of the 4th Republic, they should mount pressure. There should be constant pressure. You know, I mean, the Foreign Affairs Committee of Parliament has been a lot of engagement, you know, with the people in the diaspora. You know, all these political parties have branches in all the major countries. Yes. So I mean, they should be able to pull them from there. The pressure should come from there. And once the pressure is coming, the pressure is mounting on Parliament. They'll be forced to do it. I mean, if you fold your arms and you think that things are supposed to work in your favor, I mean, there are a lot of other things that goes on in Parliament. You know, so for me, I think that there should be more pressure, and then they can have their things done for them. Other than that, I mean,
don't you think that they are afraid that the election will be rigged by those outside there?
But you see, yes, I mean, and this just what you just said, I mean, just drew my attention to something, and it was a conversation I was having with a friend of mine in the US, and I was saying that, look, even the US did not trust their electoral system. It's because of that Al Gore, Vice President Al Gore was in court in 2000 over the vote counts in Florida. 2016, Hillary Clinton was almost going to court, but for some reasons, just have to let it go. Trump has threatened. In fact, he has been to court in some other states like Pennsylvania and other things that, I mean, he wants some are thrown away. You know, he has been crying here and there. You know, no electoral system in any country is trusted, and we should just understand that. Look, opposition will cry. In some cases, even the ruling government, incumbents will cry, you know. But in the midst of everything like this, we need to have a common ground. There should be something. I mean, let us start something so that we can look at the flaws and build on it. If we want to go by the mail-in procedure like US does, I mean, for their soldiers in other countries, that's what they do. You know, we can also study. Okay, hence, I mean, we can study it and then see how you can do. What may also happen is that it may prolong our declaration date, because normally from between the 8th and the 9th, we all have an idea who the president will be, or who the president is. I mean by the 9th, there's the EC will declare who the winner is.
Sure.
But to have this coming from all the way from US and other places, I mean, they are express mail. I mean, they are companies that handles deliveries, like the DHL, Falcon Express, FedEx, and all those places.
Yes.
We can employ all those people. I mean, let us try something, okay? And then we look at the loopholes and build on it. But where even the very instrument that will give the legal backing for this to be operationalized, it's not even there. I mean, it's difficult. It's very difficult at this moment. So let this year go. Let's have a new parliament, and then those in diaspora. I don't know if they don't have an association, and who represents them. You know, who represents their views. I really don't know. Or is it that from each country they rely so much on the missions, the Ghana missions there for information and other things. I mean, some of these things, you know, the political will may also not be there, as you mentioned. The political will also not be there. So if they really want it to be done, I think that they should form an association. They should be writing, meeting people. They should calm down, have a conversation. I mean, they should lobby Parliament to have their will done for them. In any case, it's their franchise. This is not something that you say that they want to benefit from. If they vote, who benefits? The politician that benefits. So, I mean, they can have a look at all those things. So that we can have something. I mean, we can start something. You know, we can start something. Maybe start with the assemblymen and other things. Then we can have a look at it. Then when the election proper comes, we can fine tune it and then have that. The political parties themselves do a lot. I mean, the political parties' elections, it always serves as a basis for the election proper. I mean, the kind of thing that goes in there, you know, and this political party themselves can rally people in the diaspora. They can organize people in the diaspora. They can do it if they want to do it. Then the EC can also still use that as a case study, you know, to look at fine-tuning, ironing out the rough edges, and then other things that they can have done. I think that it's doable if you want to do it. It's doable. Maybe the role is not there. Yeah.
Premier FM. Premier FM.
So that was Daniel's voice. Before I move to our next topic to be discussed this afternoon, I would like to read a quick comment. One coming from Kwesi Yeboah. It says, but if Parliament doesn't pass the law, the EC cannot do anything. And then there's another one coming from Kwesi. He says that, well, it depends on the appetite of the ruling party. And Kwesi asks another one, says, we also have to know that if citizens are allowed to vote abroad, there could be potential to rig the election.
Premier FM.
I'm sure so many people are wondering what is happening in US. We just got a breaking news that Mr. Joe Biden is the 46th president of the United States of America. If you just joined us, this is the current here on Premier FM Ghana. Share the page, like the page. If you're watching us on Facebook and YouTube, please send your comments and we'll be glad to read them.
Premier FM.
I'll quickly go to Honorable Odro. Honorable, it looks like every 4 years when we are going to an election, the various political parties bring out their manifestos. NDC is calling their own the People's Manifesto, and then the NPP2 is giving us the another one, says that they are manifested for the development or something, and it looks like the people out there don't know what each and every one is trying to tell them. We want to look at the health sector, which is very paramount as a citizen. We want to find out what they promise us. Is it feasible? Is it achievable?
Thank you. I've got the manifestos. Now we have 12 parliamentarians.
Yes.
So already we know that we have 12 manifestos as of now. Manifesto. I prefer that manifesto too.
Mm-hmm.
And then women what is for have their manifestos.
Yeah.
NPP have their own and these have their own.
Yes.
And everyone knows the best for the nation. The people will be healthy and work for the nation, to build the nation. That's all. But by going through all the manifestos, what is the end of the manifestos?
Premier FM.
The end of the manifesto says that they will do the best for the health sector.
Sure.
And most NPP says they are going to build about some over 80 or something type of correction, healthcare centers or hospitals in the districts. And I've got NDC says they are going to primary care will be free.
Sure.
And the NDC says they have started paying the allowances to nurses.
Yes.
So by listening to all these things, all what we know, what we believe, or what the citizens want to know, that is practically, is it working? Yes, our health sector is it working? People are sure that our health is going to control well for the hands of the what they call the politicians. So I pray that all those who have made their manifestos, after health, we don't play with health. If you can build a whole nation within 4 years or hospital for it, we prefer it. Your health insurance will be okay, we prefer it. Your private care hospital will be free, we prefer it. Whatever they are supposed, they are prepared to bring it for the members, we prefer it. It's okay.
Premier
But how to implement the program? You hear them bringing all these manifestos, but the implementation they make a problem. So I prefer, let's change things. Let's As you say, the roper, they have to change the UC and so that the UC will be priority of being things and all this things, or the parliamentarians will come out. The same thing, the nation, the people in the nation should change the politicians. Whatever they want to, whatever they want to do for the nation, we should change them so that they can do it for us. They will come and promise us big things just to win the what they call it, win our mind. So we vote for them, and tomorrow there's nothing in the community, and this is what they want to do for us. And because they know where the money is. Well, with that money you can't say you build. So before you start saying you want to build, it's in that you have got some money in your pocket. So if you didn't build that, then where's the money? So we the citizens have to come up now and let the politicians know that enough is enough. You can't come and just promise us that we vote for you and tomorrow there's nothing in the community. So that's what the municipality is there. But that implementation, I'm saying that, how they're going to implement it is what we, the citizens of the nation, should come out and force them to do the best for us, the nation.
You are on the ground as an assembly man. You've been talking to the people day in, day out, and they've been telling you their grievances. At the same time, you often meet the MP, I'm sure, for your area. And what are the people telling you so far the health sector is concerned?
Yeah, it's quite true that I'm still saying that the people need health care. I can see my MP is doing well to consider our health sector in our constituency. And I say our MP is about some 4 chip compounds, not only chip compound, the hospital, the doctors bungalow, the nurse bungalows. You can get them at the Tetegu, can get them at the Wija, can get them at the Gonse. He's building, actually, he's doing his best to build the hospital for the constituency. But for the past, we don't have it. Now our MP is starting building all this health sector. But I'm sure it's going to continue. When you win election, you're going to win election too. You're going to continue what they call building the hospital for the people. So for the ground there, it's okay. They have understood what the MP is doing. And the MP, only problem that we have is that we don't have more land in the community. I can bring more hospitals in the community, the constituency. So the ground there, people knows what the MP is doing concerning the health sector. Actually, he's the Deputy Minister of Health. So we do want the best to bring the best thing for the area. Okay? So yes.
Many a times people feel that maybe say party in Kahua, if you're not a member of a particular party, when developmental projects are going on, that particular area is left out. And I believe some of these mentalities and ideas is what is eating these developmental areas. Is it right? Must it be so?
That's the problem you are solving now, my friend. The problem you are solving now, NDC and NPP. That's the problem you are solving now. That in a constituency don't belong to NPP.
Sure.
A constituency don't belong to NDC. There's no developmental project going there. And that's a sad story. Because we are Ghanaians, we don't have one party. We all can't join NDC or NPP. Then what's the position? So if somebody is opposed to you and you won't pay for him, then you are disturbing the people in the community. So that thing should stop. You should know that after you won the election, we are all Ghanaians. We do everything for everyone who's a Ghanaian, wherever he is. That build a nation.
Premier FM.
But when he says this year is NPP, he says NDC, then you can't move forward. Well, when you pack all the materials, all the infrastructure, everything in your strong area, then what? What about those who are there? Oh no, it will not happen. It's not happening.
I was asking you this question because when it's getting to an election, that is where you see a lot of projects being taking place.
Yeah.
Cutting of sword for projects here and there. I was like, so why now? Somewhere last 2 weeks, I learned there is a financial clearance from the Ministry of Finance that they should recruit more people from the health sector. Why now?
Also, one now, you can say, well, now, if you, the government end on 6th January.
Okay.
So, right now, don't wait. You see, before you government or you go to site to go and work, you know the bill there. This road is going to cost me this. This road is going to cost me this. Is there a government who priced the bill? It's engineers. So when you inform engineers to give you 1 kilometer of road bill, you know years it takes. Because they have to factor concerning on the road. So before the engineer will come out and give the bill that this road is, for example, Pashimai, your junction here to your prime junction here. You ask the engineer to give the bill to you. How many years it will take you? So you appeal the engineers too. The engineers too, sometimes they waste time for bringing the bills. Before the bills will come, then you open a tender, you get a contractor, and you get what they call it mobilization for the contractor. It takes years. So most of the times you see that all the work go to election time. Yes. So it's a normal thing that every election time, at the time construction goes on. No. Sometimes you see by election, then they pack all the material there fast to go and do the work for you. So it's something that happens. You can't change it. That's why election time they are doing development. Yes. Everyone can pay. And it tells you how politicians are. Yes. Yes, the politicians are. Because what do you call it? They are there to win you. That's also. So you have to take you must know how to you tell yourself to do the best thing for your life yourself. But then therefore the politicians they are there. But when I say election time or election time, they are watching. Then it's okay. That one don't make any time. That make no difference. Ours is to get the construction to be done. Ours to get the roads to be done. To build the school for us, build the road for us. So if you that one day put that, if you one day, I remember when I was going for election, the day we are voting for me, I was voting for assemblies. That day I was doing grading. Yes, and he won the election. I won election. So
it's a tactics, right?
Yes, there's something that you can't grant it. It's something you've done anyway.
Wow.
Yes. How for election time and work and construction that is normal. It's normal. Because when you come to power, say 2017, you can't start work, do construction. Because sometimes you haven't got all your bills. When you get to 2018, where you can get all these bills, all the rules, all the bills, then you get all the bills. Then you go to 2019, then you begin to get your money to pack your money down where you are going to work. So you sometimes know if you are a good politician, you wait. Entering the what they call the election time, they begin to and things are working fast. That the money is piled. They can do the best for your area.
Don't you think that the people will think that you are playing with their mind? You see, the technicalities you are explaining now, me, I understand. But the layman out there will take it like, so you can do it. So you wait during election before you are doing it. By then, you'll not be able to go down there and explain it to that person.
And I'm saying that, whether I like it or not, that the time is going to work for you. So that Ghanaians are being blacks. I can say you are short memory. One of my friends said, So when you come to do this concentration fast for them, they forget process. Are you getting clear?
Sure.
Yes, sure. I'm telling the practical thing. So the day you are going to vote and see bring my machine there, they vote for you. Are you getting clear?
You are working.
Yes, we are working. That's a strategy. I'm telling the fact. The Ghanaians should know. Yes. That's a time you get money to do the construction for you. It's a money. Sometimes it's a lot of money. So that's how the system is.
Danny.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you. You've been in Parliament House before, as I said earlier. Is it that the politicians, it's a strategy, just as Honorable says, it's a strategy to get the people to see that you are working, or you as a citizen, if this is what they've been doing all the time, will you vote for them? And will you?
I try not to go into the arena of political gymnastics.
I'm asking this question because it baffles me. We have our brothers and sisters who have finished school so many years, proud to an election, all of a sudden funds are in for recruitment.
As I said, I really don't want to go into the political gymnastics. I'm not a student of political science. Yes. So what politicians do, or what politics entails, or how you play your political games to win power, for me, I don't really have much knowledge on that. However, as a citizen, we are all witnesses to some of these things that happens. And everybody who is level-headed can assess the level of development, whether closer to election or what it brings. I mean, the pros and cons also exist for all of us to look at and make analysis and then make an informed decision on. So, as a voter, if you think that you'll be swayed by your MP, your assemblyman, or your DCE,
sure,
that they wait until the D-Day, the year of elections, before they started cutting sword, cutting knives, cutting blades, and then
cutting everywhere,
and doing all those things. I mean, commissioning here and there, and every corner you go, the things are being commissioned, and you think that is what can sway you or can convince you that indeed a particular a politician or political party or government is working. I mean, that is for you to for you to assess and make an informed decision. Because you see, politics as a game and a race as it is, people will always want to find ways and means to play it to their benefit. Okay, and there has been this thing about Ghanaians are short-minded, Ghanaians forget things so easily. So every politician wants to do things at the point where elections come, so it will be fresh in their mind. I mean, yes, and it's also because you see, majority of Ghanaians are in the hinterlands, and these are people who are not privy to the day-to-day activities of politicians. So for them, the person who they see doing the thing, whether late or early, is who they go for.
Sure.
So I mean, it now comes back to those of us in the urban centers. Okay, to be able to use our knowledge, okay, to force these people to do the right thing.
Sure.
But for the politician, for him, whatever he will do to win, whatever game he will play to win, I mean, for him, that's what he will do. At the end of the day, even if the road is started late and it's completed and it's a very good road, it still serves the same purpose.
Okay.
If it started early and it's finished on time, it still serves the same purpose. I mean, for me, that's the most important thing. I mean, it's left to me. I mean, to decide. Okay, fine. This MP could have done this earlier on. I mean, I have been in the construction field a little, so I also have a fair understanding of how contract, road contract, and all those things. The lengthy procedures that it goes to, the bureaucracy that it goes to.
Sure.
You know, surveying and other things, layout and other things that have to come in place and other things. I mean, when you have to even do with evacuating people and paying compensation and other thing, another thing. I mean, all those things. So I have a fair understanding of some of these things. So I mean, the bottom line is the final voter.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you think that's the best way? And the conscience of the MP or the player that is doing that thing themselves, their conscience also judge them. Is that the right thing to do?
Sure.
You know, for me, I want to leave it. I want to leave that angle. Whether the politician are doing the right thing, the wrong thing, or other things. I mean, if you're in a competition, you always want to do what will benefit you or what will leave. Because in this case, the electorates are the judges. So you want to put your killer move, as our young people call it, your killer move at the last
your last bullet.
Your last bullet at the end of your performance, so that I mean to leave a memory for the judges. They can give you, and when I mention, they can give. So for me, I mean, whatever they decide to do to win power, once it is legal and it can speak to their conscience, and they think that's the way to go about it, I'm okay.
Okay.
Premier FM.
You just heard Daniel's submission there, and that of Honorable Odro Ampel. If you just joined us, this is The Current here on Premier FM Ghana. Like the page, share, and tell others that the hottest political show is live. We are running out of time, so we'll quickly go to our last topic for discussion, and I'll start with Honorable Odro. Honorable Chieftaincy and Politics. It looks like our politicians are now our chiefs who are supposed to shield us when these politicians, excuse to use the word, are causing a chaos in the system. They are rather now being involved. You can hear on TV chiefs declaring, please vote for this person, vote for that person. Is it all doing well for us as a state?
Thank you again. Let's go to the Constitution. The Constitution says
Premier FM.
chiefs should not do active politics. Active politics.
So what has gone wrong?
And my personally, I haven't seen a chief who do active politics. I haven't seen a chief who know the campaign platform or putting on this t-shirt and go around as I used to do. Put MPP when they see on his car, going around campaigning. That's active politics. But the Constitution says you should not do active politics. But if someone else, a president, have developed my area, and I'm telling my nation, my town,
community,
or my community that this president have done the best for us, that's not active politics. Is president the
Honorable, you think so?
Yes. That's why I think so.
You know, they are leaders.
You see, what you should know that the chiefs are the custodians of the land. Wherever the chiefs are, the land belongs to them.
Sure.
The town, the village belongs to them. Anyone who goes there to go and see the chief first, Why did you go there without a chief consent? Well, the chiefs have a right in the town. But I've got that perception that chief are doing politics. The Supreme Court, what they call interpret active politics. The active politics. So if the president goes there and the chief says you have done the best for us, so we remember you are. I don't know politics. I'm saying politics in it.
But that statement can cause someone to change their mind. My chief even love this man.
Look at this. Let's see, the constitution say active. So whether you praise the person and you change your mind, that it's a consent. I get it clear.
Yeah, I get.
So let's don't sometimes, you know, as if we are they call it the chiefs should not talk. They should not come out with anything concerning what's happening in the area that someone have done for him. What's that? Yes, I'm a personally having said the chief be active politics. Is that the president? Then thank you for what you did for me, and I remember you. That's the politics.
Wow.
Yes. So my concern is that the chiefs should not come. They can't be quiet. That president will come and visit him in his land and he say, chief, bye bye. No, but no, you are you are a president. So you stand there, you know your mind. What the chief said, it will change your mind. You have praised the president. It's not active politics.
Danny, I'm sure you heard what Honorable is saying. You are in this country. You've been hearing a lot of praises coming from the chiefs. Somewhere last week I was somewhere casual and I heard a church shouting "Eyegum, Eyegum." Charlie, I was like, is it a song or these people are singing? I was confused. Danny, where are we going as a country?
Now, so maybe you're good, man. Can say. Well, you see, this particular issue, it's a very dicey one, and I mean, before that, I did not have the bite on the health manifesto. I really want to talk a little about the NDC free basic healthcare. You know, our current national health insurance scheme is already facing a lot of challenges, numerous challenges. So I am still wondering. I mean, anytime I read this kind of I read the manifesto and these lofty promises, the question I ask myself is, where are we getting the money from to do all this? Because as it stands now, the national health insurance is still have some arrears that if not clear.
Yes.
I mean, we are broke. Our country is broke. Nobody should like to. We shouldn't deceive ourselves. We shouldn't tickle ourselves and laugh. You know. I mean, if you can't pinch yourself and say Ajesh, I wonder if you can even say Ajesh if somebody even put fire in your anus. You know. So I mean, for me, I think that I don't know. Maybe we wait and see. Wait and see. You know. But with the chief justice, you know, Article 276 states that chiefs should not participate. Traditional rulers
should not take
religious leaders should not participate in active politics. Yeah. And also, if they want to participate in active politics, the person needs to resign their position as a chief or something. You know. Now, but it does not state what the active politics is. You know, is it like what now we're talking about, to be on a campaign platform, chanting slogans there and there? You're talking about kuko, umbrella. You know, are those the things that you're talking about? So I think that, look,
we need to revisit the constitution. We need to look at those things and then ask ourselves if a chief, by saying that okay fine, you've done this for me, you've done this for my community, so therefore I'm going to rally my community to vote for you. Now the moment the chief start rallying his community to vote for you, that I can term that as an active politics.
Okay.
Because it now moves beyond commending somebody into then trying to push people to vote for the person. You know, so we need to visit. In fact, our constitution has there's a lot of potholes in our constitution, loopholes in our constitution. I think that the constitution, at the time it was put together, that's 92. You know, the environment at that time was the one that there were a lot of coups. So those who put the constitution together were trying to put together things that will suppress certain behaviors. You know, but moving forward, I mean, we've come a long way.
Sure.
Our constitution has been tested in the law court. It has been tested even with this chief staff. We need to look at it. I think that the Constitutional Review Committee did some work some time ago.
Yeah.
It's still there gathering dust. I mean, what to do with it is what people are not clear about. I think that we should look at it again and revisit some of these things. Yeah. Because look, I watched a video where the president was at Pong Katamanso area there, and the chief walked out of the president because he was lamenting that, look, you people always come here, cut short, you will come, and I don't know, we don't see anything. You wait until election day, you are coming back and cut another sword again. So he walked out. You know, whilst I have also watched a prominent chief, a prominent chief. You can say that when you take Otumfuo 32 out, this chief is has grounds.
Yes.
You know, saying that, I mean, the president has done well and he's going to rally his people to vote for him, and he personally vote for him. I mean, we all know that particular chief is going to vote for the president anyways because of his affiliation. But I mean, saying that to your people, I mean, see, the moment you say something like that, this is somebody that carries a lot of charisma, a lot of people with him.
Yes.
You say something like that.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? You see, the framers of the Constitution, in their wisdom, are trying to cure a situation whereby a traditional ruler will not be a loggerheads with his
fellow
subjects. Because if I support party A, and then you are saying that I should vote for party B, and another day party B does not win. I mean, on what moral grounds can that chief then go and lobby for developmental projects? And me, the person who support the party A, won't I be a loggerheads with the chief? So I mean, the constitution, yes, I mean, some of these things were well thought out, but whilst we are pushing our democracy, we will continue to build upon what we've achieved. We should look at the constitution very well. We should try to be changing some of this and have a look at them. You know, we're talking about it today.
Sure.
Next year will come. The elections are gone and everything, and then we'll go back to sleep. 2023, 2024 will come, and then to come again. They will like, oh yeah. As we always do. We always have the firefighting approach to everything. When there's fire, once the fire dies out, we go back to sleep. So for me, I mean, I think that's all. I think that the constitution should still be looked at. The constitution should go to define what active politics is and what is not. Okay. So that, I mean, moving forward, we will know which chief is doing an active politics, which is not doing an active politics.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Premier FM.
It's exactly 10 minutes past our 6. Our time is fast gone. So we'll be wrapping up very soon. Honorable, before I'll let you go, your final remarks to
Yeah, thank you for that again. I'm still on the chieftaincy.
Okay.
Premier FM.
The time I've come. As my little friend is saying, when the chief prays the president, he's doing active politics. And the constitution have not defined the active for us now. So then let's go back. Let's go to court. If one day someone has sent a chief to court, at least the statement the chief made. So I'm signing for court. I don't do politics, and then I make a comment. We are doing politics. So then we know what's happened there in the constitution.
FM.
So I'll be happy one day you see someone sending a chief to court. So all these things will just stop. Because the chief can be quiet. They are human being. They can be quiet. So if the chief don't know they are right, then someone to send them to court.
Premier FM.
So the Supreme Court or the High Court will define the active politics. It means that don't talk. Don't praise anyone that they have done something for you. Then so that the president should not visit the chief. Because when you go there, why do you talk? As you saw at Pong, is it Pong or what?
Pong Katamansu, yeah.
Pong Katamansu. As is a politics. Because the president did anything for him, so he was setting his land. Why?
Premier FM.
Danny,
Yes, sir.
your final remarks.
Yeah, so congratulations to
Premier
Joe Biden
FM.
and Kamala Harris, the first ever female vice president of the United States of America. In fact, let me just give my audience a few things. You know, Joe Biden actually happens to be the oldest elected president of America.
Sure.
And he actually defeated Donald Trump, who was the oldest, because Reagan was elected at the age of 69.
Sure.
But Trump was elected at the age of 70. Reagan left office at the age of 77. So he was the oldest ever sitting president at the time. But Biden now has been elected as the oldest elected president, and he will leave office as the oldest president. The U.S. election has shown us a lot of things.
Sure.
So as a country, you know, we like to play this Democrat, Republicans, NDC, MPP thing.
Sure.
You know, whatever happens in Ghana now, if MPP wins, it means that analogy
I know it will start.
will break. When NDC wins, they mean that analogy will still stand. You know, Trump had only one term. He's not the first person. There have been 10 different presidents that left office with their first term. So
Premier
I wish them all the best. The elections in America is election of the world.
Sure.
That's the powerhouse of the world. You know, so this time when Putin was in his corners, he did not interfere. So we thank God. We are also approaching ours.
Yeah.
We hope that pray that again we will chalk another sources.
Sure.
And our democratic credentials will be strengthened.
Sure.
And will still become the beacon of democracy for all other countries to emulate.
Sure.
Premier FM.
Your any shout out to anybody listening to
Yes. To my brother David.
Okay.
To my mentor in US,
Premier
Professor
FM.
Pat Obi.
Okay.
He sent me a message that
All right.
he watched a little, but you know, he plays a little bit. He plays some roles when it comes to elections in US and that thing. So yes, and then to Afro Commoner, a speedy recovery.
Sure.
I will pay him a visit when I get home. Yes.
Honorable, any shout outs?
Oh yeah, to my MP, Honorable Tina Mensah. I wish him very good success this year. I'm sure he's going to win, and he will win a massive for Wojagbawi. Then my chief executive, which is Patrick Kumo. I love him too much. My director, Messi Kwansa, and my wife, Rose Grandpa, and all my children, Auntie Ima, who is in Belgium, all those family, all my families. So may God bless them all.
Premier FM.
Wondering who is sponsoring this beautiful show? It is Royal Media College, School of Journalism, Languages and Media Studies. RMC is located at Kwashiman, opposite the Happy Kids Junior High School. We don't only do journalism at RMC. We do cinematography, sound engineering, video editing, and everything that when it comes to media, RMC is the best school for you. I recommend RMC for you if you are listening to us. Bring your word. If your word wants to be like me, if your word wants to be like Parkwesi Entry, DJ Classic, Mr. Ebenezer Jemfi, and all the great people you've been hearing their voices here on Premier FM Ghana, Wafa Kwamiamu and the likes. Bring your word to Royal Media College. You can contact RMC on the following telephone numbers: 0244 611 055.
Premier FM.
Or 0275 611 055. This is The Current, the only decent political show in Ghana right now. I want to say thank you to all those who are watching us on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you for sharing, thank you for liking it, and thank you for subscribing. I also want to tell Efo Kojo Mauto that get well soon. We wish you a speedy recovery. I just sat in for Efo, who is not feeling well. I wasn't able to do this without the able support of the production team. My sincere gratitude go to Wafa Kwamiamu for producing me, and also to my able DJ Classic, and to our social media manager, Mr. Ebenezer Jemfi. He wants to be referred to as Osofo Ketua, or say a friend of Osofo Pemu. Our director, Mr. Nanedu Asante, for your great support. I say God bless you. And our executive producers, Mr. Nanedu Asante and Mr. Samuel Asante Mwo, I say God bless you. And also to you, Kwesi Yeboah, for your comments and submissions. Rumiya Bayak of Turkey, thank you also for your comments and emojis. You heard Honorable Odro Ampo, the presiding member for Wage and Bauer constituency, and also the assemblyman for New Wage and West. We also heard Mr. Daniel Williams, a social commentator. These are my panelists who helped me digest the issue for the day. Just as I told you, 30 more days to election, and I encourage each and every one of you to ensure that you go and exercise your franchise. After exercising, please go home. Catch us same time next week Saturday. Congratulations to Mr. Joe Biden for becoming the 46th president of the United States of America. Better luck next time to all the fans of Donald Trump. I pray that just BS was peaceful. Ghana will also go to the poll peacefully. On that note, I say bye bye. My name was Collins Boatin.